So you and I are polar opposites is done. And you're already missing that whole thing where two people who should have nothing in common somehow make the most wholesome couple of the season. Don't worry, I'm here to solve it. Here are 10 romance anime to watch if you love polar opposites. Let's go.
Nico. 約束通りまた会えたね。どうかな?
In the supernatural world, creatures exist alongside regular humans. Morihito Otogi is just a normal high school guy, except he secretly comes from an ogre lineage. Yes, you heard that right. His quiet life gets completely flipped when his childhood friend Nico Wakatsuki, a witch in training, moves in and declares him her familiar. Nico is loud, clumsy, and completely gone from Morihito. He's calm, composed, and everything dense about it, and her magic keeps spectacularly backfiring, which makes everything so much worse. Witch Watch is basically what you and I, our polar opposites, would look like if you threw magic and a prophecy into the mix. You've got the outgoing, expressive girl hopelessly gone for a composed, dense guy who barely notices. Same exact dynamic, just with spellcasting disasters layered on top. It's like turning Harry Potter into a regular urban rom-com and mix that with the polar opposites logic, and it works really well.
何言ってんの、たっくん。本当にね。初出は2話だし。
Takuya Seo is your classic loner otaku. Guy who keeps to himself, assumes nobody in his class would ever give him the time of day, especially the popular Gairu girls. Then, he accidentally reveals his obsession with a certain anime series, around 2 of them, Kotoko and Amane, and it turns out they're way more into it than they ever let on. Suddenly, the guy who thought he was invisible at the center gets some otaku Gairu waifus.
勘違いしないで。違うから。
If polar opposites clicked for you because of the whole completely different people getting pulled into each other's orbits thing, Gals Can't Be Kind to an Otaku runs with that idea but cranks their social contrast way up. It's the good old shy guy meets popular girl thing, but with a little bit more relatable twist. And what's really nice is how it isn't just wish fulfillment. Amane, our closet otaku hiding behind her Gairu exterior, gives the show that same hidden personality energy you loved in Tani.
ちょっと話あんねん。帰るつらかせや。
ちびっこギャングか。
やかましいわ。
Time for some old anime, because you know how much I love old anime. It's like living in an old 1700s bungalow. Anyways, Risa Koizumi is the tallest girl in her class, and Atsushi Otani is the shortest guy. They've been each other's school comedy duo since day one, always bickering, always roasting each other. Then Risa goes and develops feelings for Otani, which is a problem because the guy is completely oblivious. And to make matters worse, she's tall, he's short, and he doesn't like it when others call him short.
気にしてないつもりでも好きな人に疲れたら痛いわ。痛いな！
さっきの仕返しじゃ。
Lovely Complex is one of those timeless romance anime that proves polar opposites don't have to be about personality. Sometimes it's about two people who look completely mismatched on paper but couldn't be more fit for each other. Here, it's the height difference doing the heavy lifting, but it's got that same vibe as polar opposites, and it's got this little enemies to lovers thing going on too.
実は僕、怪我はしても風邪は全然ひかないんだ。
嬉しそう。
Tsuyoshi Yano is a second-year high school student with a very specific problem. The universe seems personally out to injure him. Every single day, the guy shows up to class covered in bruises and bandages. Kyoko Yoshida is the relatable class representative, and she is absolutely not okay with this. She starts to nurse the guy, but before long develops a crush on him. Yano-kun's Ordinary Days shares that same warm and funny tone that made you and I are polar opposites so easy to love. Yoshida isn't as loud and extroverted as Suzuki, but she's still got that whole crush thing going for a guy. She is anxious, expressive. Yano is quiet and unreadable, a pairing that works the exact same way Tani and Suzuki do. And once again, this is more about how they fall in love and not about whether they would fall in love or not.
それ当た
Meet Takeo Goda. This guy is huge, but also kind and wholesome. But he is not exactly what girls picture as their dream guy. Every girl he's ever liked ends up falling for his best friend Suna instead, the cool, good-looking one. Then one day, Takeo rescues a girl named Rinko Yamato from a groper on a train, and something very unexpected happens. She actually falls for him, not Suna, him.
実はうち結構力あるし
If you and I are polar opposites made you love a romance where two people who seem like total mismatches turn out to be perfect for each other, my love story takes that idea to its absolute extreme. Takeo and Riko make Miyu and Tani look like an obvious couple. And the best part, they get together early. No dragged out will they, won't they torture here. This is a shoujo anime, and I never would have thought it was a shoujo since shoujo always focuses on the attractive male lead. But hey, see how interesting a story could get when you make a difference?
足貸してください。
無理無理痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い触らないで
静かに。
Akane Kinoshita is a college student who just got dumped. Her ex cheated on her with someone he met in an online game, which is some Game of Thrones level betrayal. So she goes venting to some random guild member in that same game called Yamada, who replies with a cold, "I don't care," and walks off. Then she runs into him at an offline fan event. He's stoic, unreadable, and somehow still a high school student.
有名人なの
まあ局所的に。
Oh, come on. If you listen to anything I said, you know the similarity writes itself. Bubbly, emotional girl, cold, stoic, unreadable guy. Watching Akane's warmth slowly chip away at Yamada's walls is that exact Miyu and Tani energy, just with a gaming backdrop instead of a high school classroom. Done by Madhouse, 13 episodes, no season 2 announced yet, but it's a nice anime for all you gamers.
写真撮っていいかな。
いいよ貸して
え、貸す？お。
ほら
Oh yeah, time for one of my favorites. Koyotaro Ichikawa is the type of guy who reads true crime books in the back of the school library and seriously considers eliminating the most popular girl in class. Yeah, he's that kind of middle schooler. The girl in question is Anna Yamada, teen model, effortlessly popular, and somehow always ending up in the same library as Ichikawa.
市川って面白いね
If you and I are polar opposites gives you the softer side of the opposites attract formula, then this makes it even more softer, more cozy, and makes you want to hug a cat and roll on the floor cuddling it. Don't look at me like that. That's the best imagery I could think of. The gap between Ichikawa's dark, antisocial inner world and Yamada's whole bright, popular exterior is extreme. And watching an edgy guy slowly touching grass and realizing the perfect idol he sees is also not so perfect gives one heck of a great love story.
同じクラスだおめでとう1年間よろしくカラスマくん
同じクラスだね。
ああ。でも僕転校するんだ。あさって。
School Rumble is the OG chaos romance anime. Tenma Tsukamoto is a bubbly, clueless high school girl completely hung up on her mysterious classmate Karasuma, a guy who seems more interested in curry than actual people. Meanwhile, delinquent biker Harima Kenji has been hopelessly in love with Tenma for ages and cannot figure out how to tell her.
待ってくれ、てまちゃん。
Now this is the Fate series of love triangles. Look at this image. Tell me how a human being is supposed to understand this. Put this to an AI and even that will start hallucinating. School Rumble has the same polar opposites anime energy going back in 2004. A whole classroom's worth of mismatched people all in love with the wrong person at the wrong time. Harima and Tenma are basically the original rough guy meets airheaded girl formula, and this, ladies and gentlemen, has some of the best gags and comedic moments I have seen.
何か超越した力で別次元の世界を見ている。
Kashiwada never shows her emotions. Not a smile, not a frown, not even a flicker of surprise. It's just her face. A completely neutral canvas no matter what happens. Uta, on the other hand, is basically a walking emoji board, every single thought on his face at full volume. His whole deal is that he keeps trying to prank Kashiwada into showing some kind of reaction. The problem, she already sees it coming every time because his face gives away the whole plan.
一人で頑張ってるから差し入れやるよ。
This is probably the most direct parallel to You and I Are Polar Opposites on this entire list, and it's just pretty much the same premise but with the genders flipped. An expressive guy and an inexpressive girl. That's literally the Miyo and Tani setup, just flipped. If Polar Opposites clicked because of how differently these two people handle their feelings for each other, Kashiwara and Uta are basically built for you. A lot of people missed the show when it aired, but this is one of my favorites and I'm really hoping for a season 2.
びっくりした。
大丈夫？
あ、この人この前の。
And we're finishing off with something from the same creator. Koyuki Hikawa had a rough time in middle school. Short girl, constant comments about her appearance, and the kind of low-key social torture that makes her depressed. So when high school started, she rebuilt herself. Blonde hair, taller, walls firmly up. Now, she's the ice queen of her class and nobody gets close. Then, Minato Amamiya, one of the most relentlessly cheerful guys you'll ever see in anime, decides he's going to close that distance anyway. And you can guess why this is my top pick for anyone who finished You and I Are Polar Opposites.
ショック。
ごめんなさい。なのか。
Like I said before, it's created by the same mangaka. 2, the two are related and share the same universes. 3, it has that same art style, character design, and character quirks, but with the genders flipped. 4, it's airing this season, one of the highest rated anime for a good reason. At this point, the mangaka Agasawa might be the Rumiko Takanashi or modern rom-coms, but hey, let's put that aside and wait for Polar Opposites Season 2.